Now, Kenya appears to be entering a new phase of state power, one where fears of violence and repression now stretch beyond the streets and into the digital realm. A new report by Amnesty International alleges that security agencies have increasingly deployed digital surveillance to identify, track, and target young activists involved in the 2024 and 2025 Gen Z-led protests. As Samira Mohammed reports, the rights groups say its findings reveal a pattern of unlawful phone monitoring, including access to call data records and mobile networks triangulations used to trace protesters.
A damning report showing how Kenya is entering a new era of state power has been released. The report exposing an era where concerns about violence and repression now extends beyond streets and protest grounds into the digital sphere.
Online harassment and smear campaigns became the core tools of the state to undermine the credibility and reach of government critics. Some of these tactics facilitated and were later used to justify arrests, enforced disappearances, and the killings of notable protest organizers.
The report by Amnesty International alleges that security agencies have increasingly used digital technologies to identify, monitor, and target young activists involved in the 2024-2025 Gen Z-led protests. According to the report, at least 3,000 people were arbitrarily arrested, and that security forces were responsible for 83 enforced disappearances, as well as 128 deaths since June 2024 to July 2025.
Facilitated and were later used to justify arrests, enforced disappearances, and the killings of notable protest organizers. Amnesty International estimates that across both sets of protests, June 2024 and July 2025, excessive use of force by security agencies resulted in the deaths of at least 128 people, 3,000 arrests, and over 83 enforced disappearances.
The damning report exposed how security agencies have increasingly used digital technologies to identify, monitor, and target young activists involved in the 2024-2025 protests. The organization says its findings points to a pattern of phone surveillance, including what it described as unlawful access to call data and mobile network triangulation to trace protesters.
Surveillance was supported by Safaricom, one of Kenya's largest telecommunications companies, allowing clandestine police units to track activists involved in protests. Evidence points to many of them being subsequently forcibly disappeared. In response to the allegations, Safaricom stated that it only shares customer data through lawful means for lawful purposes, and they confirm that their systems are not designed to track.
Amnesty International also reports that certain social media platforms were used to amplify attacks on activists. According to the pressure group, parts of X, formerly Twitter, were overwhelmed with what it described as a coordination tool networks, which it says promoted state-aligned narratives and targeted dissenting voices. Samira Mohammed for TV 47, Nairobi.